Hey, it's Central Valley Business. I'm your host, Steve Walling. My guest for this segment is Kasondra Jobe. Kasondra, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
And let's talk health.
So happy to be here.
Yeah. So health. How are we talking health?
Natural.
Natural.
Non-toxic.
No.
Yes.
Why?
Replacing them synthetic drugs
Why?
for a wellness alternative because
Wellness? Got to be kidding. Who wants to be well? No,
I
everybody
do.
wants to be well, don't
Yes,
they?
definitely.
And, you know, when you say synthetic drugs, basically we're talking about like prescription drugs that are not necessarily very good for you, but oftentimes people kind of get caught up with them.
Yes.
You know, a dependency and need to have them, they think. But there are ways out.
That's right.
And tell me your story.
Well, my story starts with a surgery I had, and I started taking the opiates for the pain and the recovery, and I became addicted to them. Mm-hmm. And I'm
going to stop you
okay.
right there. Up to that point, your story is very common, unfortunately, for a lot of people.
Yes.
But from that point, your story diverges. Tell me about what happened.
Well, I met a wonderful lady out of Utah, mm-hmm. and that introduced me to doTERRA. And
doTERRA.
doTERRA,
Okay.
Yep. It's an essential oil company out of Utah that mm-hmm. started in 2008. Mm-hmm. And a scientist and a doctor came together with a vision to let's find a wellness alternative for them synthetic drugs that Big Pharma just so big about.
Yeah.
I know.
But wellness, that covers a big area, doesn't it?
It does cover a big area.
You know, we can talk about in your case, you were able to put the drugs aside and replace them with natural, organic, synthetic oil.
Yes, with the help of frankincense and oregano. Mm-hmm. Just applying 2 drops of frankincense, 2 drops of oregano into a veggie capsule and taking it, it became my own sedative, pain reliever. And every time I would have a withdrawal or pain from trying to get off the synthetics, this would...
All right, wait a second. Let's put the withdrawal aside for a minute.
Okay.
That helps with pain?
Yes, sir.
So let's say I don't have a synthetic drug issue, but maybe I'm dealing with pain.
Okay.
That would work for me too, wouldn't it?
It sure would.
How awesome that is.
You
know, some of us more older individuals, pain is one of our unfortunate friends that is with us very often. So that's not a bad thing to have around, is it?
That's right, it's not. And I also have one more product in it's called the Deep Blue.
Deep Blue.
This specializes in deep tissue, muscles, nerve damage.
No.
So for all the athletes that I take care of, and they love it.
Works for athletes too?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
That's right.
Awesome.
They get, tore tendons, sprains, backaches, and a lot of times that's what starts, the opiate addiction is because of the injury causes anxiety, causes depression. Mm-hmm. Therefore, they're more willing to try something to help them through it.
Cool.
But
so how long have you been with doTERRA now?
I've been with doTERRA for 7 years.
Yeah. And you not only are a client, but you now are a presenter.
A consultant.
Consultant.
That is correct.
All right. And so when someone's watching this and you've piqued their interest, and like I said before we went on camera, the natural essential oils covers a much broader spectrum of things that people may deal with in their life besides pain and possible, substance addictions and stuff.
Such as mood.
Mood.
You want to wake up in the morning feeling great?
Weight loss, mood, again, chronic pain, arthritis, stuff like that.
Correct.
What
I do in the morning, I wake up, I get me my Intune out, and this gets me focused. It's a focus blend.
A focus blend.
And I just rub a little behind my neck, and it seriously gets me out of bed.
You just rub it behind your neck?
Yep.
And that works?
Yes, sir.
Really?
What's left, I deep inhale, and I am up and going before you know it, and then I apply my whisper, and this sees all the good in everybody. You just, you see the good side of everyone, and that's what this oil helps me do, and it's called Whisper.
Wait a second. I don't want to see the good.
Do you want to smell it?
Why do I? Yeah, sure.
All right.
Oh.
Isn't that lovely?
I can see the good. No, that smells really good. And essential oils, they have a very significant effect on the nervous system.
Yes.
On the physiology of the body.
That's correct.
and people don't think about that. I was joking about smelling, inhaling, and stuff, but there are so many triggers, and again the what I'll say, the brain physiology that reacts to some of these things. Think about if for people that are watching, when you walk into a room and maybe somebody's cooking something that you really like.
Yes.
It's you just light up. Oh, this smells good. All of a sudden you're hungry. And they kind of work in that vein.
Smell triggers memory.
You betcha.
Whether it's bad or good.
You walk into a room and somebody's cooking something that you have hated since you were like this big.
Exactly.
And
Mushrooms.
there you go. We're on the same wavelength there. Your whole demeanor changes. That's kind of, everyday experience, but more specifically when we're dealing with issues. And most people today are dealing with issues of some kind.
Yes.
Essential oils can play a very prominent role in that dealing with issues process.
So many avenues, so many.
And that's great. And I can tell you're not excited about this.
Oh, not at all. No.
So, Kasondra, I'm watching this. I think this is kind of neat. I'm a little curious.
Right.
How do I find out more about it?
Well, you can go on my webpage and order and become a consultant yourself.
What's your webpage?
mydoterra.com/Let's Talk Health.
My doTERRA?
That is correct.
Spell it.
mydoterra.com/Let's Talk Health.
Let's Talk Health. And that's what we're talking in.
That's right.
Yeah. Before we, that's what you got a Facebook page too?
I have a personal email that you can email me as well.
Which is?
HappyCass, HappyKass 81.
Oh, okay, there you go.
At gmail.com.
At Gmail. Okay, that's cool. So I can get a hold of you, and I could become a consultant, but let's just say at this point, I don't know that I want to become a consultant, but I'm interested in it. We can communicate via the internet.
Let's meet.
Yeah. Okay, we can meet.
Let's meet.
Okay.
I will bring the oils. We will have a one-on-one. See what you benefit from, because every oil may work different for individuals.
Okay.
It works with your chemistry and your body. So you really need to inhale, see if it works for you. Let me apply some on you, see if it works for you before ever spending $1. I want to share and see if it works for you
I've
first.
never been to a pharmacy that was, that ever did something like that, so I could figure out whether I want to take the prescription. No, that's great.
Yes.
But also, we can do a presentation too. Like if I tried it. Well, this is good. And I want to share with my friends. You can come out and do that.
Oh yes, I'll come to your home and I'll host. There's not a right or wrong way to do this. Cool. I mean, just let's get together and have a good time sharing oils.
Oh, that's great. Are there any times during the year where there's like specials or things like that?
Funny you ask. Right here in December, I know it may sound high cost, but if you spend $200, you get the free frankincense. But that is $100 value. So really, you're only spending $100. And if you accompany it with the $10 oregano, you're going to have, $110 that you spent on... This frankincense lasted me over a year. So you are just making out like a bandit. Very beneficial.
And it's very inexpensive when you look at it
in the long run. Yeah.
That's
and
great.
Another great one. I love the peppermint. You just finished dinner and you don't want to suck on a piece of gum or chew in front of people. Well, you just freshen up, and that lasts for up to 2 hours.
Cool. That's awesome. I like that deep blue stuff.
Yes.
That's great. Well,
and I always have samples. Take it home, see if it works, or let me apply it on you.
Take it home, see. Okay. Well, I'll let you know. That's great. Well, listen, thanks for being with us today.
It was my pleasure.
I think this is interesting and awesome.
My pleasure.
Come on back. We'll talk more.
I'd love to. Thank you.
We'll talk health.
Thanks so much.
And I'll see you when we come back.